Positive words, positive choices. It's been a long time since I made a video. So this video deals with Rich Kaht, who passed away recently, and friendship, and time, and selfishness. So Rich's brother was super nice enough to let me come up to his place and pick up a sign. So here's the sign. So some of you on my Facebook were there when this occurred around 1998 to 1999, the winter. I was playing in a band, the Shannon Breeze, and we went up to the Catskills for a weekend with a group of Irish people, like a Irish bar, basically, all the people up to the Catskills to a place called Friar Tuck. And it was like a big ski weekend. So I remember Rich Kaht was coming up with me, and he had friends staying at another hotel close by, but that's vague in my memory. But I think I drove him up. And I remember saying to him, just don't worry about it when we get up there. It was like an all-inclusive thing where you paid a certain amount for the weekend. So I told him, hey, just stay in my room. I'm with the band, and I'll buy you your drink package, like the food and drink package. I think it was like $100 at the time, maybe, for the weekend, $90. So when we get to the hotel, I go up, I check in. I tell the lady, oh, I'm with the band. She gives me my room. I was sharing a room with Sean Dolan. And I say to her, hey, my friend's staying with me, so I want to pay for him to get like the drink package and the food and everything like that. And she said, sorry, but we're at capacity. He won't be able to stay. Or he won't be able to, drink or eat or anything like that because we're at capacity. And I was kind of like, well, I'm playing here. It's like I drove however many hours, 2-3 hours. I'm like, he's going to be with me. And she was like, there's nothing I could do. So, I walk away, and he looks like, I remember Rich being like, what the hell? What am I going to do? I'm like, dude, don't even worry about it. It's fine. So we walk in to the place we were playing at. I meet everybody. And everyone probably knew me anyway from being in the band at the bar that we used to play at. And I just gave him my bracelet. And I was willing to pay for him, but it all worked out. He drank and ate for free the whole weekend. But it was a crazy weekend. So, I think statute of limitations is passed on this. But, these people, these like Irish people, basically destroyed the hotel. I almost got into probably I can think of 3 fights. One with an old man. Of course, I didn't fight him. One with some guy in the hallway who ended up, while he's challenging me to fight, fell down a flight of stairs. Maybe another one. I can't remember, but it was multiple almost fights. And, and then there was also people came to, I have to protect the innocent on this. So I can't tell full stories, but people came to my room to threaten us because of a miscommunication, I would say. So, but yeah, that almost happened. Fun times, really fun times. But, so anyway, as the weekend's going on, it's getting worse and worse up there. So that by the end, it's almost like the staff just disappeared. I feel like nobody was there. There was nobody monitoring anything going on at this hotel. So much so that at one point we were playing at night, and people dumped like kegs of beer on the floor, on the hardwood floors, and people were stripping and doing slip and slides. And I actually have pictures of this that I can't put up here, but fully naked people slip and sliding on the hardwood floors of this place. I saw people getting in those laundry carts, and they were racing down the hallways with crowbars and breaking the drop ceiling. The bathrooms, the urinals were all kicked off. It was chaos. So me and Rich at one point were walking through, and we were not exactly in a fresh state of mind. It's probably 2-3 in the morning, and we see this sign just hanging by a nail, I guess. And we just said, hey, this is going to be our little remembrance of this weekend. So, he took the sign and he's kept it hanging up in his apartment, in the various apartments he's lived in all this time. And he just passed, sadly just passed a couple of weeks ago. And, his brother was nice enough to like give this to me. The little funny story to end that story is that a year later, I'm playing in the bar in the Bronx, in the Yonkers Bronx border. I don't want to say the name of the bar just in case, I don't know. But I'm playing there. The bar's still there. I'm playing there, and I jokingly, like almost like with a wink, say to the guy who ran the ski trip the year before, I'm like, hey, you guys doing the ski trip this year? Like knowing that would never happen again. And the guy literally says to me, I don't want to imitate the Irish accent, but he's like, I don't know what's wrong with those people. Can you believe we called to schedule it again? And they said that we will never be allowed back there again because we destroyed the place last year. Are they nuts? It's like, I was shocked. I'm like, nobody, I guess, remembered anything about what went on there. It was chaos. But point to my story is that, this is a long little story. Point to my story is that I just spent an hour about driving from my house to Little Ferry to pick up this sign and, to go there and back. And, it just breaks my heart because I feel like in my life, it's a common thing. I haven't made enough time for people that are important to me. And sometimes that's caused like a pushback. And I definitely had that with Rich, my friend, where he was probably hurt by it, but it kind of came to me like making me feel guilty, like, making me feel guilty about it. And I would try to explain like, oh, it's hard. I'm busy with work and gigs and my kids and trying to keep everything together. And I was right. And then it's almost like that guilt, made it a almost spiraling, self-fulfilling prophecy of like that I didn't hang out with him as much as I should have at all. Toward the end, it was really bad. Like I really, really did not make time. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Like I don't want to for real, I would love to say it's all my fault. It's not all my fault, but I really do think that right now I made the time to go pick up this sign, and it just shows you that, you do have time. And I know that it's hard and you need time to relax and, recharge, and it's harder as you get older, but I wish I could have done things differently. It sucks. It really does suck. But I will always have this memento of Friar Chuck Inn, I think it was called, up in the Catskills from 1998 to 1999 for that weekend of chaos with the Shannon Breeze, playing Irish music for a bunch of degenerates that wrecked the hotel.